Billionaire James Harden, the $10 million beard. What am I getting to here? Well, you'll see. Billionaire is probably not the first word that comes to mind when you think of NBA star James Harden, but the former MVP sure is successful. When you hear the names Michael Jordan or LeBron James, that's probably the only times you think of the word billionaire for NBA players. But the beard might not be so far behind. Well, if you were thinking James Harden's not a billionaire, you're technically right. He's not near the billionaire status like LeBron James or Michael Jordan's of the worlds, but he's made some crazy good investments that are getting him closer, and he could be a billionaire one day. And that's something not every athlete can say, with two of his best business and investment moves. Obviously, this all starts with his ability on the basketball court. Without that talent, he probably wouldn't have anywhere near the money he does now to be making these investment moves. In his 942 career games, James Harden played for the Oklahoma City Thunder, Houston Rockets, and Brooklyn Nets, and now he's currently with the Philadelphia 76ers. He has a career average of 22 points per game, 7.7 rebounds per game, and 10.3 assists per game. He's a 10-time All-Star, 7-time All-NBA player, a 3-time NBA scoring champ, and he's won both a Sixth Man of the Year award and an MVP award back in 2018. This stellar career is what makes these millions of dollars of investments possible. Crazy enough, he's actually the 9th highest paid athlete in the world right now and just signed a 2-year, $68 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. Well, there's one thing that really makes all these endorsements extremely special: the beard. He didn't always have this beard. Let's look back at these highlights from when he was at Arizona State University, or even the earlier days in Oklahoma City when he was in the NBA for his first couple years. But now his beard is the moneymaker. It's actually estimated that shaving the beard would cost him about $10 million a year. The beard has staying power. Currently, Harden makes roughly $19 million a year from endorsements. Those endorsements come from a wide range of businesses: GoPuff, a food delivery company; Spotify, the music and podcast app; Amazon; EA Sports video games; State Farm Insurance; and of course, Body Armor, aka the competitor of Gatorade. Body Armor is a huge part of his success story, so stay tuned for that. If you like content like this, talking sports, sports stadiums, and all things sports, make sure you like and subscribe to this YouTube channel, turn on the alert button, and any support means the world to me. But let's get to the story. As of now, here are the 4 best investments that James Harden's made in his career. Art of Sport, or many people have probably seen this body and skincare product on shelves as AOS. It's a company that he teamed up with and was co-founded by none other than the late great Kobe Bryant. The company is currently worth $25 million, and James Harden has been a very early investor in that company. Next was the James Harden soccer investment. Back in 2019, James Harden bought a $15 million stake in the MLS team, the Houston Dynamo, and the women's soccer team, the Houston Dash. When he purchased the stake, they were both valued together at $280 million. Just last year in 2021, Ted Siegel purchased both teams for $400 million. James Harden cashed in on some of his investment, but also kept a lot of his initial investment in the teams. He made some money, and he's going to continue to make money in the soccer world, as it's one of the fastest growing sports in America, if not the fastest growing sport. Of course, Adidas. James Harden has the second largest deal in Adidas history. No, not just in America, not just in the sport of basketball, but in the history of Adidas. He's only second behind someone who many consider the greatest player in soccer, Lionel Messi. So I think he's doing pretty well being the second highest paid Adidas guy of all time. James Harden signed with the German brand Adidas for 13 years at $200 million, aka $15 million a year. James Harden and his beard are the face of Adidas in the United States. Last but not least, another investment he made with Kobe Bryant, and that is Body Armor. This is the investment that might get James Harden as close as possible to being a billionaire if it hasn't already. Body Armor is another sports hydration drink that is competing with the likes of Gatorade and Powerade. Kobe Bryant, Naomi Osaka, Andrew Luck, Rob Gronkowski, and James Harden are a lot of the early investors in this company, and there's a lot more as well. James Harden invested in Body Armor in 2014 when it was valued at $60 million. Only 7 years later, Coca-Cola acquired Body Armor in a, wait for it, $8 billion deal. From a $60 million valuation to $8 billion sold. It is reported that James Harden has made a 4,000% gain on his investment. That's a lot, to say the least. While Body Armor is probably the closest thing that's going to get James Harden to $1 billion net worth, that does not mean he's stopping there. He's now also Michael Jordan level of business yet, but he's well on his way and he continues to make great investments. It's good to see how the world's changed. We used to have a lot of stories like the ESPN 30 for 30 broke, where athletes lose all their money, and now we're starting to hear more and more stories of athletes that are taking their millions and churning them into billions. I'm Sammy Jarjour. I can be found on all social media at Sammy on Tap. That's SAMI on Tap. And if you love content like this, please like, subscribe, and punch that bell button so you can get alerts when I have new videos. Let me know what you want to hear next. All the support means the world to me. A simple like means a lot. So please help out, and much love, y'all. We'll see you next time. Peace.